Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Defining Discipline podcast. I'm your host, Scott. Defining Discipline is a lifestyle, a mentality, and a brand. And within this podcast, we're going to focus on self-improvement as you follow along with me on my journey. We'll also hear from special guests of all walks of life on this podcast and their remarkable journeys that led them to where they are today. Today is day 180 of my journey. At the beginning of the year, I challenged myself to run 365 days in a row, all outside, bearing the elements, whatever they may bring. I also challenged myself to run 1,500 miles within this time frame. Now, this is my second year running. Within the first year in 2020, I was able to run 1,002 miles, and I did that within 175 days out of the 365 in 2020. So this year is a 100% step up in the amount of days, not to mention in a row, as well as a 50% step up in the amount of miles I'm trying to obtain within a year. Also within this year, I've challenged myself to run two big races, one being a 50K trail race out in Yankee Springs, Michigan, and the other being the Detroit Free Press Marathon. Well, the Yankee Springs 50K trail race has been finished. Got that done in 7 hours, 15 minutes, and 22 seconds. So I'm officially a ultra runner, and was able to actually get back out there the following days and continue the streak. So we were able to get that done, I think, on day 156. So now we're on day 180 continuously. We are looking forward to, like I said, the Detroit Free Press Marathon that is coming up here in October. I'm also doing the Motor City Challenge of that, which is the 1 mile and the 5K the day before, and then you go out the following day and run the actual marathon. I was really excited because the marathon was supposed to take place normally as it normally would. It would start in Detroit, go over the Ambassador Bridge into Windsor, Canada, and then come back through the tunnel into Detroit. But COVID restrictions, we don't know how it's going to end up by the time in October, but as of now, they've released it that it will just be staying in Detroit. It will not be going into Canada. So I'm praying that changes, because that was one of the main reasons I wanted to run it, to run across the bridge and back under the tunnel. So we'll see where it goes. But again, still am very excited for that race, and I'm trying to really stay on my training to really shave off some time of my marathon pace. Now let's actually kind of just talk about today, the daily mileage, the weekly mileage, the monthly mileage, and the yearly mileage. So today, day 180, I was able to get out there. It was storming for about half of my run, and then it kind of cleared up for a little bit, but it was still kind of hot and muggy, and it's still, storms are on and off throughout the day. So for today, day 180, I went out there. I put in 4.7 miles. I actually tried to do another drawing of a hang loose symbol hand. So that put me at 8.9 miles for the week, which put me at 134.6 miles for the month, which put me at 794.8 miles for the year. Now let's kind of real quickly focus in on these monthly miles, 134.6. So every single month I challenge myself to a 100-mile challenge, which this month I've completed. And within that challenge, I donate money to a charity, and I also start a coinciding fundraiser in which we raise awareness and money for that charity. So for the month of June is Alzheimer's and Brain Awareness Month. So for the 100-mile challenge for June is in honor of Alzheimer's Association. So if you'd like to make your donation to the Alzheimer's Association, you can find the link to do so on the Defining Discipline Instagram story, as well as the Defining Discipline Facebook story, or my personal page's Instagram story, or my personal page's Facebook story. Within those stories, on the very top of them, they'll say donate on Facebook. You click on that, it'll open up the donation page on Facebook where you're able to make your donations. All donations that get made to this fundraiser go directly to this fundraiser. Facebook is not taking any percentage of your donations. That's why I continue to do it through Facebook through these all these months. Like I said, the first 5 months we were able to do all of the 100-mile challenges, as well as raise money and awareness for 5 great charities. Now we're finishing off the 6th month, like I said, right here with the Alzheimer's Association. All donations that get made go directly to this fundraiser and this charity. So I do know times are tough, though. Not everyone is able to afford to donate right now, but they would still like to help out. The best thing you do is just click that share button, guys. Click it, click it, click it. Even if you do donate, and one thing you can do to still help out is click that share button. We are trying to raise awareness for these charities and for these causes. So the best way to do that is just to share it. There's so many people on your friends list that are not friends with me, and you ask them to share it, and it just continues to spread and spread and spread. So let's try to do something good for some other people. Let's hit that share button, and let's also try to donate money if you can afford it. Other than that, that is pretty much it for that part of the challenge. So, like I said, we've already completed the mile portion of the challenge. The 100 miles we've surpassed that. So now we're still just raising money until the official day that this closes out, which I do not have offhand, but I can pull that up really, really quick. Let's see when this fundraiser closes out. July 7th. So you guys have till July 7th to donate to June's 100 Mile Challenge fundraiser. Other than that, let's kind of get ready to get into today's episode 180. But before we break into that, I do got to discuss. I've been doing a reading challenge as well as a word of the day challenge because I've been trying to become more literate and expand my vocabulary and be able to become a better speaker and just read better because I don't read enough. So at the beginning of the year, I kind of started it, fell off throughout the year, and I really try to start challenge myself this past month, especially towards the end of the month here. Though, again, third day in a row, I think I was unable to read the book I've been trying to read, which is Beyond Order. I'm still in the first rule, first chapter. It is a book by Jordan Peterson. It is the second book in his series of 12 Rules for Life. I really enjoy it. It's not that I don't enjoy it. I just haven't had much time to really squeeze it in there. Going to try to get a little bit of it in tonight as well, some more in the morning. So other than that, let's kind of just talk about word of the day. And word of the day is oaf. And it is a stupid person. Boob. A clumsy, slow-witted person. That is an oaf. Don't be an oaf, guys. So that is the word of the day. So now that we talked about the book and the word of the day, let's get into today's episode. Episode 180. So today's episode 180, is a very significant episode. That being just because 180 is kind of just like a turnaround. It's actually like turning around from exactly where you're at. A nice transition. So for that reason, today, episode 180, we are going to talk about transformation, a 180 transformation. So that being said, transformation, guys. Transformation is something that when we all look at it and we think of it, because we all know that we could do better. We all believe that there's this thing that we want to obtain, and we know that we have to make some sort of transformation in order to get there. And we make sacrifices for that sometimes. Sometimes we don't. Sometimes we don't value. We don't think that maybe we can make that transformation. We think that transformation is possibly so unattainable and so far away that it's not even worth the effort. And I know because I've been there. Sometimes it gets overwhelming and things start to pile up and pile up. We've talked about compound interest. It works both ways, positive and negative. So when things start to kind of pile up and you get farther and farther out of shape, we're just going to use, exercise as an example because that's what I've transformed my life at. So when I was truly, truly out of shape, felt like crap all the time, was having lots of mental health issues and things like that, and I knew I needed to make a change. I needed to make a transformation within my life. I wasn't 100% sure exactly what it was that needed to be made, but I knew I got to that point where I need to do something. I really need to change something within my life. I need to transform myself. And, thankfully I fell onto the path I fell onto where I really wanted to try to start focusing on, my cardio and my heart and my blood pumping and all that, my heart, my lungs. There were so many aspects I wanted to work on, and running just seemed like it kind of touched every little bit of it that I really wanted to try to focus and transform on. So just starting small really helped me transform over these past 2 years. And, just like this, 180, there's 180 degrees in order to turn around. So every single day isn't going to be a 180. You're not going to be able to turn around. Maybe one day you're only going to be able to get 1 degree. Maybe the next day you're only going to be able to get a half a degree. And then the day after that, maybe you get no degrees. Maybe you actually fall back a half a degree. So now you're still at 1 degree. The point is the transformation isn't just going to, the 180 transformation isn't just going to happen overnight. It's not just a snap of the fingers. I realized I wanted to really change my life. I wanted to start running. And I kind of started running, and, about 2 months into running, I realized I wanted to try to take it a little bit more seriously and run bigger races. And then I kind of discovered the fact that there are ultra races out there. And in the back of my mind, I was telling myself, I want to start running ultra races. Was I ready then? No, I was far, 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 far from ready. I was barely even putting in 10 miles a week at that time. And, I understood that in order for me to get to where I'm at today, it was going to take a huge transformation. It was going to take lots of sacrifice. It wasn't going to be easy. It wasn't just going to be a snap of the fingers. I'm going to be able to do what I want to do. It was lots and lots and lots and lots of work. And like I said, over, I'm going on 2 years here in October. So when I actually go to run the marathon, it'll be right around 2 years of actual full running, me taking my running seriously. And that being said, it wasn't like I said, I didn't make the transformation just overnight. It took me 2 years to get here, and there's still more transformation. I haven't even made the full 180, but I have made a huge 180 in my trajectory in life, just my outlook, everything within my life. I have completely turned around and changed, and I'm happy and I feel good. I feel better, and I'm doing this podcast to kind of talk about that because I started taking ownership and really pushing myself and trying to do things that are hard and really doing things that necessarily aren't always fun, like this, running every single day. It's not fun. Okay. Yes, I love it. After I get back, I feel great about it, but there's I'm telling you, plenty of days where I just put it off, and then it gets to like 8, 9 o'clock, and it's like, well, shoot, I have to go run now, and I have to do an episode. Like, it's like dreadful. It's not easy, but I realize what I want to do with my life. I realize I want to transform myself, and in order to do that, I have to take these steps that really, sometimes really suck, and they really eat at you. But if you want to make that transformation within your life, you're going to have to do that. And like I said, every single day, especially this year with me making this daily commitment of doing this, every day I'm doing, probably just a half a degree. I'm just ticking, turning, putting in the work. And, I'm making that transformation towards that 180 transformation of turning my life completely around. And, it all comes down to ownership and responsibility, and to really step up and be the person that you would like to see in all these other people that you're criticizing. I used to criticize so many people, but it all comes down to me being the best version of myself possible. And that is going to help. That is going to transform the world itself, alone in general. Just me transforming myself is going to help transform the world. And I truly believe that. And I believe you transforming yourself will help transform the world to be a better place as well. So, transformation, like I said, it's something that is obtainable. And I truly, truly believe, I don't care who you are, I don't care what you have going against you. I truly, truly believe you have the possibility of transformation. And I'm telling you this because I believe in you. I really do. I don't know you. I don't know your situation, but I believe that you can transform your situation. I believe you can come out with a more positive and a better outlook than what you have currently have. So I'm telling you this because all it takes, like I said, is little transformations daily. Make these little daily transformations. Okay, maybe you can't, we're going to emphasize on the run, or we're going to use the example of running because that's what I'm comfortable with. But you're not going to be able to go out, your first day running and maybe run a 5K or a 10K or a marathon or anything, whatever your goal, your overall end goal may be. You may not be able to do that your first day, and sometimes that can be discouraging. I understand, but start small. I promise, and start. You don't have to go out there and sprint. Go out there and just put in a little bit of work. Put in just some, if you can, put in 1 mile walking, or slow pace, or running and walking, whatever the case is. Start small, and then do it daily increments, okay? And keep ticking those degrees, okay? Right now we're at 0. You want to be at 180. You want to make that 180 transformation. You got to start daily, making these daily sacrifices towards them. And once you make the daily sacrifices, you will move degree by degree closer to the 180 degree transformation you are looking for. I promise you, and I believe in you. Whatever it is you are trying to do, exercise, jobs, there's plenty of things, diets, whatever transformation you are trying to make in your life. I believe in you. Just take it on a day-to-day basis. Don't rush it. Don't feel discouraged because it's not happening as fast as you want. Just put in the work and trust the process. The transformation will come. I truly believe in you, and I truly believe in the process and in the transformation. So just wanted to kind of talk about that today, guys, because like I said, I've made a huge transformation in my life. And again, it wasn't something that just took place overnight. It was something I've worked on day in and day out. And I continue to work on day in and day out because, like I said, what some may see as a 180 degree transformation, like I said, at some parts I have made a 180 degree transformation. But I still feel like there's so much more to improve that I'm only at 45 degrees right now. I'm just maybe a quarter of the way through, if that. So there's so much room for there's so much more room for transformation that I'm not going to settle with saying that I'm 180 degrees transformed. But I just want to emphasize that I truly believe that transformation is possible for everyone. All it takes is the daily grind of going out there and working for it. And again, don't be discouraged if it doesn't happen right away. Just continue to trust the process and put in the work. So that is actually your daily discipline for the day, ladies and gentlemen. It is to think about the transformations you could be making in your life to work towards that overall transformation that you want in your life. What daily transformations can you be making right now to help work towards the overall 180 transformation you're trying to make within your life? And start working towards them, making those daily sacrifices and those daily transformations. I promise you, You can do it. Whatever it is, whatever your goals are, I promise you that transformation is possible. All it's going to take is a little bit of effort every single day and to trust the process. I promise. So that is today's episode. It's about the transformation. It is about getting out there and trusting it and working towards it every single day, because no matter how impossible it may seem, it is possible. There are so many great stories out there today of so many different people making these life-changing transformations. And if you need more inspiration than just me talking to you, just go out there and look for it. It is everywhere. There's so many people out there making these life-changing transformations, and I promise it is so possible for you. All you have to do is make that first daily discipline for the day and start making the daily transformations right now. Make these daily transformations in order to preserve and save for the future. Okay, you want to really work towards that overall transformation. So other than that, thank you guys so much for listening. It's been kind of rambling now here for a little bit. We kind of get late into the episode. I want to close this out, get this uploaded. I got some things I got to get done. So I want to thank you so much for following along and listening. I am your host, Scott. This is the Defining Discipline podcast. Make sure you guys give this podcast a like, a subscribe, a follow, and a share on our Instagram, our Facebook, our YouTube, our TikTok, and whatever podcast streaming platform you guys have been following along and listening on. Other than that, I'll see you guys tomorrow for episode 181. Thanks so much for listening to episode 180, Transformation. I will see you guys tomorrow. If you guys can, make sure you please go out there and get those donations done for the Alzheimer's Association. I'm going to try to get some reading done. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace out.